Hello, this is just going to be a quick overview on how to schedule and set up your meeting. So as you see, I already have one set up here. This is a paid account that I'm logged in with. It notes here that all meetings must have a waiting room or passcode enabled. That's going to be automatic. You don't have to worry about that. The other thing I want to note is down here it says attend live training. There are video tutorials and a knowledge base. So these are all different resources you can use to go deeper into what Zoom has to offer. So in order to schedule a meeting, there's different options here, there's options there, but I just want to schedule a meeting. So I clicked on meetings to get here, schedule a new meeting. And so the title of this meeting I'm going to call Zoom Saint 1. And then I can give a description. If this was a share group, I might say that. Share group focused on Jonah. When this is important, I had a lot of issues at the beginning because my time zone was incorrect, right? We are on the Eastern time zone. You want to scroll through and make sure that yours is correct when you're scheduling this meeting. I'm going to schedule it for right about now so that I can do a live practice session. Because even as I'm preparing to present next week, I'm still going to do a practice session. And the time, right, make sure the date and time is correct. For a paid account, there is no limit, so leaving it as 1 hour is totally fine. Even on free accounts, as long as you don't link to your DOE or your account, there shouldn't be a limit. If this is a recurring meeting, I'm gonna make it recurring because it's more easy for people to sign up as opposed to having to do a new link. And also, if it's linked to their calendar, it will go directly to their calendar, which is what I want. So I'm going to make this a weekly meeting. I'll delete it later. Occurrence, it'll happen weekly. Repeat every week, and I could even adjust that. And I can add an end date. Right now, this end date is fine, but I can actually change it to 2 occurrences if I wanted to. Or I can actually put a date. Registration, I'm suggesting, since it's there, that we put required. And the reason why are for the options that come up here. Attendees register once and can attend any of the conferences. Attendees need to register for each conference to attend. Attendees register once and can choose one or more occurrences. We want to leave it at the first one because this is just a group that we want them to have access to. For the meeting password, I always change it from a random number to help my people out and make it something easy that's related to class. So for this is a Zoom tutorial or practice. Literally, that would be my passcode. Maybe even making it all lowercase might make it even easier for people to access. Video, I always start the host participant video on. I always start the participant video on as well because we want them to engage. So having this option on already lets them know that this is what we expect them to do. So they're going to have to work in order to not show their video. I want to give people the option to do both just in case they're calling in from their phone. I don't want to make things more difficult for them. Meeting options, this is key. Enable join before host. No. That means people will be in your group doing whatever they want without your knowledge. We're dealing with adults here, not children, but still, it's just why. Mute participants on entry. Absolutely. They're going to come unmuted, so you don't have to do anything. Enable the waiting room. Absolutely. That's also something that Zoom already pre-populates for you. That means they're not just going to be able to jump into your session. The host or hosts will be able to let them in individually. And then these two, only authenticated users can join. So for instance, if you say that people should register, then that would mean if you didn't register, you can't sign up. I'm not going to click that. We want people to be able to come in at all times. Breakout room pre-assigned. We're not going to do that as of yet either, but I will go through breakout rooms and record the meeting automatically. This is something you may want to have checked, especially if you are in an organization or doing something where you want to be able to review their liability issues. You may just want to have that automatically so you don't have to click record. I'm just going to do it, and we have two options on the local computer or on the cloud. Settings, so I'm going to click save since I'm not doing that. And now I have this invitation set up. I can start the meeting at any time, even though the meeting isn't scheduled to start, or this scheduled meeting isn't scheduled to start until later. It's my meeting. I can start it at any day, at any time that I choose to. but no one can join the meeting unless it's open. The meeting password is blocked out now, but we know what it is. And now to invite people to this meeting, I'm going to copy this invitation. I get this whole thing. And so what you would do is copy and paste, but literally I would just click the copy meeting invitation and send an email to everyone who has signed up for that class or that group. Um, and then when people start to register, we will be able to see that. And so something we can see, since I had people register so that they'll get a lot of updates, they're automatically approved, right? We just want people to have another notification. Send an email to the host when someone registers. This can be overwhelming or it can be helpful, right? So maybe you have a small group and you actually want to know that people are registered and show up, click it. If you're having a larger event, I might not click it because that can get overwhelming. And then we have some other other options, which should be clicked, right? We want people to give options. You can ask some pre-questions before the event, right? Maybe it's a do now question about what's going on. Maybe you ask if someone has a testimony to share or a prayer request. You could absolutely add that there by just clicking new question, typing it in, and allowing people to short answer. So the other thing I like to do is the confirmation email to registrants. I like to view the preview email, and it'll show you what that looks like. So it just sent me a preview email that I can go look at. And if I need to edit the meeting at any time, I would do that there. So that's the information about the registration.